civil rights, you demand that I euthanize your name. Walk ahead. You cover us in shame and I take the blame. Living by the rules, Teen Witch, high school blues. Walk ahead. You cannot keep provoking, and blood red sun starts choking. Can anyone stand this nonsense? Eating away, telling us to stop and obey, to stop and obey. Now rats can shine and jokers got silver lining, and Holy Mary sings songs in the wet rain. Walk ahead, walk ahead. Now every new day is a new fire. Onto my teeth, call me a liar. Building as you rip, someone show me someone living of desire. Cannons keep provoking, and blood red sun start choking. Can anyone stand this nonsense? Eating away, telling us to stop and obey, to stop
What is happening, everybody? It is Friday night. You know what that means. It is time for Enemier, the First Step Reimagined. Riddle me this. What happens when the 2 hours prior to game time, everything takes twice as long as you would expect, and nothing is where you expect it to be? A 20-minute late start is the correct answer. So, we are live from the 100th Meridian, where the Great Plains begin, and let's just hope that everything runs smoothly as it should tonight. Last minute juggling and notifications aside, good evening, friends.
Good evening.
Hello.
Well, thank you for that, J-Man. I'm on about 6 hours of sleep over the last 3 nights, so it's nice to know I don't have the most energy. Alrighty. Well, we have a game to play, I suppose is the case, and we are shy one rogue changeling, unfortunately, but c'est la vie.
He's usually the target of assassins, so him not being here might be a good thing.
Possibly. Now, I do recall last week we spent in the Sayala Wood, finishing off a combat that we had with a pair of Mega Raptors and a lesser Udok. After which we met a strange elven individual who basically claimed that these were his woods and that you were trespassing, but nevertheless he was willing to direct your path forward somewhere into this direction. And I believe it was after that that we actually left the Sayala Wood and returned back to our friend Abdul in Varysmail to find out the results of his exotic crafting, his brew that he's been working on. And drawn a little bit of a blank from that part. Did we do anything in Varysmail, or did we end up upon arriving there?
Well, when we arrived, we had realized that more time had passed than we realized it had passed, and
Correct.
everything was closed because it was at night. So we just got a room, and that was pretty much it, I think.
Gotcha. Got a room, got a short rest. And here it is the next morning in the tranquil lakeside town of Varysmail. And what is it that we wish to do here?
Did we have the information we would need to find him and his lady?
It's a pretty small town, so finding where he's at shouldn't be too problematic.
I guess assuming he's still here. It's been longer than we thought.
Right. Well, if that is our first aim, we head out in search of our dear friend Abdul and find him pretty much where we left him a short 2 days ago, or 8 days ago as it is the case now. And he beams a grinning grin in your direction and waves heartily before gesturing you over to his workstation.
Hey, yo, friends, I'm telling you, you gotta try this brew that I've been working on for the last week. I think it's something pretty tasty.
I mean, I'm 100% about to try this, though.
Oh, yeah. Abdul's been hard at work here for the last week on getting this craft all done.
Really gonna take a step back and shake her head. Oh, what is it? Is it an ale? Is it a stout? Is it possibly a pilsner?
Well, you're right on one of the three there, my short friend. It's a stout. Just like some of the halfling breeds on the other side of the lake, you know what I'm saying.
I prefer a tipple of a good stout once in a while, yes.
Oh, yes. I'm very happy that y'all made it back. It's gonna take me another maybe 30 minutes or so to put the finishing touches on this right here. We're just extracting all the good stuff into the bottles. What happened with you out in the woods, if I may ask? I'm glad to see you're all back in one piece.
Yes. It's how long has it been since we've been gone? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, just over a week now, I'd say.
Yes, we were in the woods for what, 1-2 nights, I believe. So that's unusual. I'm just confirming that. Well. Anyway, we had some adventures, and they got to be a little too energetic for at least my taste. So we have returned here to resupply and taste some of your tasty brew.
Fantastic. Very glad to hear that.
Some of the people were eaten and had to be rescued from the gullet of this beast, and I believe there was some Feywild interference, which is why our time differences are in effect.
Well, manure on a mule. I wish I'd been a part of that. That's always been one of my ambitions, to fight my way out of the maw of some terrifying creature. Was it a dragon? A giant? A Tarask?
None of those things. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was commanded by an elf, and it is still alive, so you can always go back and get eaten if you wish to.
Oh, fantastic. One of these days you'll have to guide me back into those woods.
Not in this lifetime.
But I thought you elves were fond of the woods. You wouldn't take me back there?
Not those woods, I'm not.
Not even for 2 Scooby snacks?
Scooby snacks? I can't imagine what I would want with Scooby snacks.
How about a doobie snack?
Make it 3 and you might have yourself a deal on that one.
That's my girl.
I'm afraid the only way I'd want to go back in, the only way you could persuade me to go back in there is if I was high, so, yes.
But isn't our ultimate goal back in the woods anyway?
Yes, it is. I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, good grief, you gotta head back in there so soon, huh? Well, I might be able to assist you on this part of the venture. I think my lady friend over here might be able to kind of keep things afloat while I'm gone, now that I got all the legwork out of the way.
Well, that's capital news.
Yeah, I can't say how many more adventuring days I got left in me, but I definitely want to see this part through with you if you'd have me.
I don't see why not. He's looking around. I don't see why we wouldn't accept him. Seems like a...
Friendly's just gonna nod.
Fellow.
You are a great battle companion, and I will be happy to have you along.
That's what I'm talking about.
He looks over at Ben's character.
Nothing to say as per usual. Well, I'm gonna accept that as an affirmative as well. Sick burn.
And after some chit-chat back and forth over the doings in the town while you've been gone, which has been pretty uneventful, he just describes a lot of different parties, feasts, and numerous holidays of a various sort, which are, as best you can tell, no real basis behind them other than an excuse for people to get together and eat and drink. So it's like they got a 4th of July every 5 or 6 days here, kind of.
It's like, hey, Bob, you know what day it is? It's Bob Day. Let's go have a party.
Been at a barbecue.
So Abdul pours a mug for each of you, sets all 5 of them out.
I'm telling you, you're really gonna like this. Give it a go.
I'll give a gnome toast and down it.
I just gotta look down at it and go, we had this discussion already. I don't drink liquid at all.
Oh, that's just a phase you're going through, I'm telling you. This stuff's even been made to work out the kinks for those of your kind. I'm sure it's gonna have some kind of good effect on you.
I do not have the storage for liquid.
The dwarf stares back confusingly. Looks you up and down.
You have a stomach. I do not.
Well, if you ever change your mind, there's plenty of it to go around.
And Sean, roll a con save, in addition to anybody else who is partaking.
I'm just thinking, change my mind about having a stomach?
Right? He ain't the smartest or the sharpest tool in the shed. 14 and 17. This is some pretty potent stout, and Saphael is definitely feeling the inebriation effects of it. About halfway through the mug, it doesn't take long for all the blood and the muscles to start going warm and the tongue to start getting a little looser, and this is pretty good. For Glimble, you are able to resist the intoxicating effects a bit more, although RP-wise, play that as you will, because it does still have its unique intoxicating effect.
Wimble's gonna come up for air and say, "It's smooth, really smooth."
It is effectively a potion of superior healing, 6d4 plus 6, although a little bit less, because I think the superior is an 8d4 plus 8, so it's kind of bridging the gap between the greater and the superior, creating a new category of potion. Unfortunately, it does come with the potential of intoxication, so take that as you will. The plus side of it is much like Lila back in Ucore City, who can work as a fence for us as need be. Once this adventure is over, assuming Abdul survives, he will now be permanently based out of Varusmail, and these potions, draft stouts, will be readily available at a very, very affordable cost, especially for his former adventuring companions. But for the time being, anybody that wants to take some on the road, he's got 3 for each of you. Just keep in mind, it may impose some weirdness in the dungeon. Yeah, I healed up some wounds. Aw, crap, I fell in a pit.
Oh yeah, I guess since I can use potions, I guess I can drink this.
That's right.
But would you get the negative effects? Cause like you're not human, so you couldn't be intoxicated. This would be like perfect for you.
Well, technically, a Warforged is only resistant and has advantage against poison, so I can be poisoned.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it can definitely work for you positively and beneficially, but of course there are some who will have resistances against the intoxication, poison effects. Dwarves, naturally, it's of course a dwarven brew, so that's definitely to be taken into consideration. And is there anything else that we wish to do here in Varusmail? We have reconnected with our companion, we've got some cool new potions. And what do we think?
You restock?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say again?
Do we need restock?
Good question. I don't know. Definitely take a look over your inventory, see if there's anything you might be short on, and if you want to restock on.
I'm gonna wanna try to find a couple of arrows here. So I'm not completely down yet. Like, it's not like the last campaign where I just accidentally hit 0. I've got some left, but I don't want to run out this time, even though the bow hasn't been working out for me.
Yeah, if they're all going to go shopping, then I'm going to take that time to go and see my contact here.
Gotcha. So Katie's looking for 2 arrows. What about the rest of you?
I might be in the mood, mind. Sorry, my mouth is not working right now. I'm looking for maybe a better weapon.
Gotcha. How much coinage do you have on your character?
That I don't know.
I'll try to look for some weapons too, like some really awesome weapons, because like that rapier that I ended up finding was fucking dope.
Very true. Oh, let's see. Brinley is rocking 15 gold pieces. That's unfortunate.
Okay, so I don't have any gold. I know we picked up
I
some,
will
but
say,
I wasn't sure.
I will say I have a sickening amount of gold. So maybe people need to start trying to steal shit like me and Ben do all the time.
Do we have a party treasury handout?
I know that I got my cut of gold back in Newport City, and I spent it all, so I have like 3 gold left.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know gold has been in pretty short supply, but we did find
Because me and Ben took it all.
Right, and I think it was like the items and stuff that we found on the assassins that we then fenced, and then Ben fenced it and then split it with Katie, I think is what it was.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. So that's why nobody has any gold, and Ben has 3,000 gold. I mean, he has 3 gold. Sorry, Ben. Let the bag out of the cat. So, as far as finding any new weaponry that is of magical quality, we can probably safely assume at least 1,000 gold. So, if you don't have at least that, maybe not worth venturing into those shops unless you're going to try to pilfer something, which could be an adventure entirely on its own.
Yeah, I think last week I told Ben I wouldn't.
Because aren't we trying to get a long rest here? Which is the 7-day process, and I think I do recall that's how we ended. There was that kind of understanding, as long as we didn't get into any unexpected shenaniganry, because I had rolled the
yes, that makes a lot more sense as to why I would tell Ben that I won't just start stealing shit and get into fights. Yes, that would make a lot more sense.
It was if she don't stab, I won't steal.
Look at this, just showing up out of freaking nowhere. What's going on, dude? How you doing?
Okay.
Good. You with us here, or are you just off voice chat?
I'm here.
Well, cool. So, what's your shopping situation there, Katie? Are you funded enough to do this, or what are you thinking?
Not enough to find the weapons with magical qualities, but I mean, like, I still definitely need some arrows. Like, that's still on the table. Arrows are still on the table for sure.
Oh yeah, basic arrows are gonna be very cheap.
Lila's not here, right?
She is not. She is in Eucor City. That is her base of operations, and then I was explaining earlier that Verismail will be Abdul's base of operations following the conclusion conclusion of this quest. He also handed each of you a very potent dwarven stout that has the potential to impose some intoxicating disadvantages on you, but it also restores 6 die 4 plus 6 hit points apiece. So, bit of a trade-off there, and if you so wish, he gave each of you 3 of those. I would just say Abdul's Brew, 6 die 4 plus 6 on your character sheet. It's about as simple as we can make it. Let me grab some notes here. Buried down pretty deep.
Digging, working the earth till we get our fill.
All right. So Clinker makes his way to the residence of someone he has known for a while and has been here a few times before over the past year. It's a rundown building. Most of the buildings here are not the greatest construction. There's not a lot of amazing architects here. But just north out of town, near the Cherry Blossom Orchard, there is a small, rundown little shack, which, as Clanker arrives, there are 2 metal poles that extend out of the earth about 30 feet out from the shack. And these 2 poles then trigger a domino effect of other poles that surround the cabin completely, and within the span of 6 seconds, there is an energy dome crafted perfectly around the cabin here. And let's just check one thing.
I assume I'm used to that?
You've seen that before. You've also seen it not work as well as it should before, because it's a triggered magic item as opposed to a permanent effect, like a +1 sword you can kind of reliably count on all the time. A triggered effect like this kind of works like a lot of magic spells, where sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And even when the walls come up, a couple of them kind of static and sputter like they're about to shut down the whole perimeter. But they do hold. And as you get closer to the exterior of this, one section of wall just kind of parts, admitting you in. You've already got whatever it is on your character that kind of bypasses this automatically.
Keep on bet!
And someone you know to be quite a bit older than they appear, almost in the vein of Aragorn, steps onto the porch, and she appears to be quite young, but of course aforementioned. And she wears very simple tan beige garments. She has a small hat that just has a brim like right on the front just to keep out the sun. Additionally, she wears sunglasses. She carries no weapons, nor has she ever any time you've ever seen her. Her entire left arm, from the tip of her fingers all the way up to her shoulder blade, are covered in green tattoos of various nature scenes. So there's like vines wrapping around trees and bushes and bits of fruit and some animals and stuff kind of scattered in here and there. You can see what appears to be like a bear's face kind of poking out through some foliage. Very detailed stuff. Oh, good morning. Yes, I see that Clinker has returned to the fold. Welcome home.
Yes, I was in the neighborhood and I figured I should check in.
It is always good to see that the units are still operational. Have you run into anything worth reporting?
And I will basically tell her everything that has happened since I was last here.
You have encountered the Reimagined, I see. Have not destroyed one, though.
I did combat one, and I think it fled.
As they are prone to do, it is difficult to deliver one to its end. You are the only unit this cycle who have encountered them, although reports of their presence are spreading, particularly along the coastlines to the west, Santega, Tarimos, as far north as Roali. It may be worth venturing to these areas if you find the time to see if there is anything to these sightings.
Indeed, I will have to look into that. We're currently planning on going further into the Sayala Wood on this quest for this centipede business. Wasn't sure if it was tied into the highway or not.
I have not heard of any giant centipedes, but yes, of course, during your travels, you are bound to encounter many unforeseen challenges and obstacles. Some of them you will, of course, accept, some of them not, but time is a tricky companion of us all, so I trust that you are wise with what you are given.
I try to be.
Yes, you have always been reliable. The units that we have as part of our group, all very reliable, though Unit 2011 is encountering some behavioral issues. If you encounter her in the field, would you please have her return to base?
Certainly.
It has been some time since I have seen her, and she is not responding to communication. How long will you be here in town?
I believe the individuals I am with require quite a bit of rest and recuperation, so probably a week.
Wonderful. If you have anything else to report, or if anything crosses my path that I see fit for your abilities, I will certainly venture into the township to inform you of such.
Of course.
If there's nothing else, you will excuse me, and you will be well.
Bye.
And she heads back into her home. Energy wall parts for you upon your exit, and about 50 feet away, the whole thing just drops again, just making it look like a rundown shack once again, which it still is. It just is more protected than most people would ever imagine.
Right. Yeah, so I'll just head back to the group at that point.
Very cool. Thank you all for watching here in the Twitch stream as well. Our viewer count is slowly climbing here over this first hour, so always appreciated. And back in town itself, Katie, you can get 20 arrows in a bundle for like 5. Actually, 1 gold here.
I don't know if she can afford that.
I don't. Cute. I mean, I don't think I have storage for 20 more, unless I have like another quiver. But I'm not missing a lot of arrows.
How many are you down?
I'm only down 6, but I haven't been policing them.
Gotcha. Well, if you only need 6, I mean, they'll sell you 6 for, man, like 2 copper or 2 silver.
Deal. That is a deal.
Oh yeah, they'll hook it up. Anybody else need to replenish, re-equip, new equip? What you think?
You said it wasn't probable that we'd find like magic weapons, right?
It's unlikely. You can certainly try to shop. I wouldn't venture unless you've got at least 1,000 coins in your possession. And trying to find specific things may be a little more difficult than most.
I will take a look around and see what kind of magic weapon is this. Well, we got a week here, so yeah, I will spend it shopping around, seeing what kind of magic weapons are actually available here.
Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air.
When I'm
2 dark
64.
days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise,
Alright.
the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate.
Take a peruse through here real quick. Magic weaponry.
Come on, start a riot. When they love you too much, now it's fame, fake, or even hate. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. It's a lot to take in, it's designed to know and don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at
Alright.
the gate.
They have a healthy selection of +1 weapons, starting at 1,500 gold. They are your standard adventuring weapons, your typical varieties of swords, daggers, quarterstaffs. Additionally, this shop has a special on 50 pieces of +1 arrows for the low price of 250 gold.
Well, damn, 50 freaking +1 arrows.
Yeah, you do know one of your companions was interested in arrows, but they might not have known about the magic weapon shop having some.
Any specialty blades?
They don't even have a scimitar. They don't even have a greatsword. They're all one-handed, long sword, short sword.
No, I meant like specialty enchantments, like sharpness, warp, just +1s. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'll go ahead and pick up those arrows.
All right, 2,500 gold. Very nice.
I thought you said 250.
We added a 0 on for the tax.
Oh, okay.
So you got 250. Nice collection of +1 arrows in your possession there. Did you want to grab any of the +1 melees as well, or will that conclude your shopping? They're not going to get any new inventory over the span of the next few days here.
Yeah, dagger, rapier, Do they have either one? Well, I know they have daggers. What about a rapier?
They do have daggers. They don't have rapiers. They have plenty of regular rapiers, and they have a +3 rapier that they want 25,000 gold for.
Yeah, no. I need the 10,000 from my damn head first. How much for the +1 dagger?
+1 dagger, 600.
I'll pick one of those up. I might as well have a +1 weapon other than these arrows.
True enough. Alright, off we go on to the road again. Abdul back in our company, the party 6 characters strong. And it's a full day for us to make the journey. Ferris Mail to Adar, cross the river onto this side. Yeah, it's like a full day to get into the first cluster of woods right here, which is where we made camp kind of last time around, except it was on this side of the river. And of course, if you didn't get your long rest already, make sure to do so. We did get the full 7 days in Ferris Mail. This evening's rest passes uneventfully. And the next morning we pick up our journey, preparing to reveal new territory. Did say it was on this side of the river. Don't have to go too far before we find the location has been described to us. Right about here, tucked back behind this tall peak, is a wetland. Not quite boggy enough to be a swamp, but it is annoying enough to start to drench your boots, your shoes, your shiny metal feet, whatever the case may be. But you do see clearly ahead the entrance to a cave network, as was described to you.
This looks like the place. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I got something for you, Stabby. And I hand her a quiver of 20 + 1 arrows.
Thank you. I'm assuming this is for my good behavior, not stabbing people in that last city.
Well, that's not a no, so...
Good.
Alright, well, let's get ourselves into the cave network here, where we are going to have a brief foray into some theater of the mind. Precise movement will not be as necessary here in the spirit of the Theater of the Mind play style. And getting there. Hey, there's one of them. Encounters with the giant centipedes in this cavern after only a short distance in, maybe 5 minutes into the cave. It's a very wide open area as soon as you enter into the cave network, and you can see the other entrances kind of on the same wall as you had you chosen to take Tunnel A or Tunnel D back on the outside. It looks like they all kind of lead into this same general area. And just looking around in this cavern, you're kind of like, something clearly burrowed this out. And based on the tunnels and the size of this place, you're kind of like, there might be like a giant worm or something responsible for this thing's construction, which causes Sapphire to start having all kinds of horrible flashbacks.
A giant worm or a giant centipede, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, she's so traumatized she can't even speak. All right.
I'm about to not be a fan of what's about to happen, aren't I? I'm about to really hate what's about to happen to me.
Alrighty, and since we're doing Theater of the Mind, this will be player-controlled initiative, so hopefully you don't need to click a token to add your turn order to the initiative if we're not using tokens, but we'll test it out. If you do need your token, no harm, no foul, you can just drag it. Yep, we need our tokens. Go ahead and just drag them right out to the tabletop there, and then I'll add your into the initiative manually based off of your amazing or terrible rolls here. No more Mega Raptor. Clanker's got a 20. Satrapi's got a 4.
Satrake didn't roll yet, Benton did.
But it says Satrake's name in the initiative block.
No, Benton rolled it. We need to get him out of here.
Sapphire, a 17. What's up with your initiative there, Sean? How we looking? Gets a 19. Believable with a mighty 5. And drag your... Oh, never mind. Guess we don't need that. Excellent.
Where's my token?
It's actually not needed. We did need it for a couple people to roll initiative, but now that that's over, I can remove. I need to roll one time for the centipedes. Initiative is a... oh boy. Respectable.
Did you get an initiative of 5 from me?
I did.
Okay.
And Brinley got a 19. Oh, looks like I lost Clanker. Weird. Ooh. Interesting. Does this work? Aha, it does. Okay, so yeah, just another brief moment here. I found out how to do this manually for the first time ever. 17.
19.
19.15. Oh yeah, 19.15. 19.15. Clanker's got 2014. Sapphire. 17. Giant centipede. What is Sapphire's dexterity?
I'm guessing an
It's
18
plus-
since she's got
Yeah,
4.
I've got 18. Yeah, I've got a +4 in dexterity, 18.
Excellent. You win the tiebreaker between yourself and the centipedes. And Glimble with a mighty 5. Not last in the initiative, though. There we go, manual initiative. Doesn't include our tokens in there, but fantastic. So yes, as we enter this large network of, or this large cave where the entrances seem to kind of network together to this area, we're kind of looking around, and the first person that, even if it's a whisper, that they're just kind of like, okay, which way are we thinking next? There's just this loud crash of stones falling from somewhere in the distance in the dark. Even those of you who might have 120-foot dark vision can't see far enough to where this might actually be coming from, but some of the stones that you hear falling do roll down like a rocky hill or down the side of a wall, and then across the floor into some of your dark vision ranges. And then immediately thereafter, there's just the sounds of what sound like hundreds of chittering, clicking feet hastily making their way across the stone floors of the caves right towards your group. And that will bring up Clanker's turn as the first of the giant centipedes crosses the 100-foot or so range. I'm not sure what your dark vision range is, if at all, but they're still a ways out.
I am operating with a continual flame on my shield. So I'm basically got torchlight.
Gotcha. So you won't see them just yet until their turn when they come into the dim light section of your torch.
Well, since I can hear them but not see them, I will use my bonus action to manifest my echo, since I'm now an echo knight. It takes the form of my swarm of nanites, just kind of forms another me next to me. And so there's a nanite swarm version of Clanker next to Clanker. And I will use my action to ready my action for when they come into range. If they stop before getting into melee range, I'll use my crossbow on them. Otherwise, I'll shoot them with the axe.
Alright, that brings Brinley into the initiative, and standard dark vision for you, is it 60 feet?
I've got extended dark vision as far as I know. Let me just double check. Okay, so it is 60 feet.
Okay, so you are just... You can hear them the same as most of the party, but they're getting maybe a few seconds away from at the exterior of your vision. can hold your
Okay, so-
action to do a ranged attack when they get close, or whatever other options you have as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action. So I'll have, I guess, a readied action.
Gotcha. Kind of the same as Justin, triggered by if I see one of them, I'm going to shoot at it or throw a spell at it or something like that.
More or less. I can't see them, and I don't have enough attack power to chase after them, so I'll wait till they show themselves, and then I'll use my spell.
Very cool. And Saphiel, over to you.
So, in dim light, I see within 60 feet like it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. So does that help me at all, or just no, because they're too far away right now?
It's the 60-foot range?
Yeah, 60 feet dim light as if it were bright light, and 60 feet in darkness as if it were dim light.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're in the same boat as Justin and Sharena.
Okay.
Might need to hold for a few seconds until they get into range.
Which is exactly what I'm gonna do, because we all know if I just start firing shit into the darkness, it's gonna get so bad so quick. So I will hold and ready my action for whenever I can see them / attack them within hopefully a rapier distance, but...
Alright, well, here they come. These things are pretty quick. Yeah, 40 feet to be exact, compared to most others 30 feet. I mean, they're not extreme in their movement, but the fact that they do have wall climbing and spider climbing does make the scene that you're beholding a bit more terrifying as they start to enter your lines of vision, first for the dark vision characters and then for flanker, in that order. Because not only are they on the wall, they are on the ceiling and the floor as well. And as our dear friend used to say back in the day, it is a target-rich environment. There are dozens of these things rushing headlong at you. Sharena, you've got the first ready to action.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw one of my daggers, and then after that I'll follow it up with the vicious mockery.
Alrighty.
That doesn't look like it did anything.
Let me check one thing here. Okay, that'll take that off going forward unless we actually need it. Yeah, I mean, your dagger lands somewhere in the midst of all of them, even with the hero point expenditure. You think you got one of them? You think you see one of them fall, too, with the 4 points of piercing damage. Oh, wow, it doesn't even need to understand you. That's funny. I thought it was going to be like the Kender taunt that Gale tried to use the other night. It was like, yeah, it says that if it doesn't understand you. No good. Okay, wisdom save is a mighty... Wow. No, I will not be mocked! With a -2, it got a 14.
Well, so I'm just gonna kind of step back and fade back into the shadows.
Alright, and they are still charging full speed ahead. It is Saphiel's ready to action now.
I'm guessing / assuming that it's anything is in rapier stabby distance.
Not yet, fortunately, because if they were, you would be completely just surrounded and possibly buried by these things. But they are at this point like
Could be fun, you don't know.
yeah, it might be your thing. They're about 50 feet out right now.
I'm not going to waste a +1 arrow, but I will waste a regular arrow just seeing if I can maybe hit one and see if it will even take piercing damage stuff.
Take the +1 arrow and dip it in a fireball spell, and then launch that at them. That's what we need, fireball arrows.
That would be brilliant, but they don't exist. We don't have them.
Ben's eyes are bugging out of his head. He's like, whoa! Dip them in the milk. 16, definitely a hit. And yours is a bit more accurate to where you're able to tell, okay, I hit one and it's... oh, there's another one already in that spot, and they're just already trampling over the corpse and just pounding it to a pulp.
They're killing their own injured comrade.
Well, it's
like,
already dead, and they're
like,
just really stomping it into nothing.
Killed it, okay.
Yeah, their apparent apathy.
Low HP creatures, okay.
Yeah, they seem to be. There's just a bunch of them. And Justin, you're ready to action for Clanker as they get to the 50-40 foot range there. Another shot. The swarm applies, right?
Yeah. I believe it's within 60 feet.
Perfect. So even that little bit of damage, with the accuracy on the attack, you're able to tell, okay, I took one down, but just as quickly as they fall, their numbers are replenished.
Yeah, so I'll take that shot, quickly put away the crossbow to re-equip my melee stuff, and I'll call out, if anyone has a large explosive, now's the time.
Fortunately, they started off at the 100, 120 foot range, so even with the move, substitute action for a dash, they're about 30 feet away right now as Glimble's turn comes up. None of them have been able to get close enough to start biting at any of you.
Limble is going to swap out he's going to rearrange the lenses on his pistol very quickly, and he's going to hold a lighter up in behind them again, point them at the centipedes, and spell save of DC 15.
Okay. So each of those saving throws are for a group of 4. So that's 20 of them out of the masses that just stop or slow their movement, and now they're just kind of clicking and chittering and looking at the hypnotic pattern.
I can hold them like this for 1 minute. Whatever you're going to do it quickly.
And Ben, that's over to you, buddy.
Looking at this math, So it doesn't look like the whole horde is stopped now, or are there still some scrambling to get closer to us?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them still coming.
Can I see behind the horde?
Nope.
No, it's just all I see is just centipedes all the way as far as I can see.
A bunch of them.
Okay.
And they're giant, of course, so they're the sizes of, like, chihuahuas.
Alright, I will throw up a minor illusion of myself. And then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Very nice. $29, you all fry. Oh, wait, it's 49. Well, alright, what's the, I guess we don't need the descript of the minor illusion. Simple enough. Takes us to the top of the next round of action here, so J-Man, that's over to you.
Was Abdul doing anything?
Good question. So used to not using him. We'll just have him at the bottom of the niche. Abdullah the Butcher. Going on a mighty... nothing. Zero. Well, if they're 30 feet away, my 25 feet of movement does me no good. So I'm going to break out the Dwarven Shoddy. Give it a nice...
The boomstick!
Give it a nice pound on the stone floor with the stone butt of the weapon. Bonus action to go into rage. Not that it does any good on the ranged attack, it's just what he does. And... an extra attack. And there go two of them, as he's going to need to spend an action to reload on the next time around. But he looks at the rest of the companions and gives a big grin and reaches for one of his Abdullah's special brew potions, but he doesn't have bonus action to drink it just yet, so it's in his hand. And that's you, J-Man.
Alright, since the mage didn't blow them up, he's like, I can make them hypnotized. Oh, that's okay. I'm used to Dan Amari war magic. This is stupid.
What the hell is this?
So I will gear up for melee, step forward, and guess just start trying to hold the tide. Maybe they'll stop around me. I don't know. But got my shield, got my axe. I'm going to start killing them and hopefully withstanding their attacks. I do have an armor class of 20, so that helps. The Echo has an armor class of 17, but if it does get hit, it only has a hit point, so it will go away.
Gotcha.
And I believe, yes, I can use attacks through the Echo as well.
Right. action.
Yeah, I manifested him last round.
Gotcha.
Actually, you know what? I might as well just send him forward to take the attacks and maybe suffer the attacks instead of me. We'll see how that works.
Alrighty. Oh yeah. It's like every attack is killing one of them so far, regardless of the damage. None of you have done minimal enough damage to leave one of them alive.
Yes, yeah, the Echo moves forward and slices into one, doing, swarm damage and stuff too. And we'll see what happens from there.
Alrighty then. And that takes it over to Brinley for your turn.
Not a hell of a lot I can do in this situation. I've only got one extra dagger. So I guess I'll just yell at them again.
Change up our view here. Not that this is where we are. We are not currently at the Mount of the Gods, but yeah, just something a little different to look at. Vicious Mockery. I do not foresee this going well. -2. A 10 on the save. So this time the Mockery does in fact cause one of them to just explode from the inside with psychic damage.
Okay, well I'm not gonna do any movement. I'm just gonna stay in my little hidey hole.
Alrighty. And Sapphire, that is over to you again.
I mean, I think I'm gonna test God and try another shot with the short bow because it worked out last time.
Alrighty. Fucking 21, yeah. And another hit and another dead centipede. Yeah, this is a lot easier at level 6 than it was at level 1. Plus, you have an entire party around you.
For sure. Like, yeah, that's helping a lot. Do we have any idea, like, is anyone in the party? Probably not, but just in case. Have, like, any idea of how many of these things are facing? Or, like, as far as we know, it's just, like, an endless kind of swarm of these creatures.
Right. I mean, all logic would dictate it can't possibly be endless, but what you're hearing would kind of lead you to feel like there's at least 100 of them.
Fantastic.
And speaking of 100 of them, I'm gonna roll this right here, and then I'm gonna roll this right here for expedition. Oh, not a D16, a D6. Okay, and then we'll do that. And okay, so by the most simplistic math possible and breaking every rule, 84 of them hit Justin's character for an average of 2 points of damage apiece, so that's going to be 168 points of damage.
To the Echo, right?
No, to you. I'm just kidding. There's no way that's how we're going to frickin' do this. If I hit anybody with that, they're just completely screwed.
And like apparently we're fighting a creeping doom.
Alright, well, I don't know how this keeps happening. I feel like that's kind of the trade-off when you're using all these low CR monsters, is they go down quick, they don't dish out a tremendous amount of damage. but a lot of them have very interesting perceptions, like blind sense, tremor sense, because a lot of them are beasts, just like these are. So as they continue to rush and climb on the walls and the ceilings at a speed of 40 feet, they are now into your group with, not even with an exception. They do not stop at the front rank at the first of you. They just continue to swarm around with as much as their movement will allow them. So by the end of this movement, every one of you are surrounded by these things. Even if you backed off to try to hide, even if you've rolled an amazing stealth check, whether they are intentionally trying to surround you, whether it's just accidental by the sheer mass of their presence, it happens. And at this point, I am looking at Katie is for, oh, of course, Katie gets the first attack, and look at that, it's a natural 20.
Wow, who's surprised?
Well, I mean, these are like your nemesis, so.
Right. So we are looking at 5 piercing plus 19 poison damage, potentially. Roll that con save first to determine just how much poison damage you take. Oh, of course. So, yes, that is in fact going to be 24, my least favorite number, points of damage. And a 24 on the attack roll. Go figure. And that reminds me, new character sheet. Always whisper rolls. If you want to see behind the GM screen, watch the Twitch feed. You can see everything that's happening here. Am I cheating? Am I not? More attacks flying at Sapphire. 1, 2, 3, 4 more attacks.
Thanks, I love it.
Oh, of course. And what is your armor class?
16.
16. So I have a miss, a hit, a miss, and a miss. So another con save. Anytime you get hit by one of these things, it's going to prompt the DC 11 con save. Perfect. So this time you take 3 piercing plus 4 poison. 7 points total. Alright. And the centipedes move on to their next target, which is Glimble. Even though there's like 20 of them enraptured by the hypnotic pattern, they may be soon broken free if Glimble starts taking a crap load of damage here. Okay, Glimble's armor class is a what?
That's a 13.
13. Alright. Well.
Let's get these wheels in motion.
I like that one. I got 1 hit of the lot. Oh no, I got 2 hits. Con save and con save. You'll need to roll 1 for each, DC 11. I need to adjust your character sheet too. It's on all these guidance modifiers that shouldn't be there. All those +2s and what have you. Don't take into account. So, dope and dope! Okay, so the first attack lands for 6 piercing plus 16 poison, so 22 points of damage. And the second attack lands for 6 pierce, 8 poison, 14 total. And they keep coming. They are on Ben now. The one good thing about the fact that he backed off and hid is that by the time they get to him, only a few of them actually have attack actions, and this is really just by virtue of their being pushed forward by the mass behind them. They didn't actually use their own movement to get to you. So you're only taking 2 attacks, which of course doesn't matter. Anytime I roll against Ben, the dice just go, no, I don't want to work no more. So miss and miss. Oh, I rolled a 3rd attack accidentally. The next attacks on Justin and the Echo. I'll do the Echo first. The Echo is getting a full 6 attacks here. You said AC was 17. It takes until the second one to hit it. And the rest of them just continue to swarm that area, not seemingly cognizant enough to realize, where did the thing go?
Yeah, the swarm that was making up the echo just kind of returns to me at that point.
Gotcha. And the ones that charge on J-Man himself, they hit, the highest they hit is an AC of 17. None of them are in flanking position just yet, so the natural 20 goes unused. And then lastly on Sharena, who backed off and tried to find a hiding place. Same thing as with Ben. What's your armor class, Sharena?
13.
13. Okay, we got 1 hit, 1 miss. Constitution save, please. Excellent. So you're looking at 5 pierce, 7 poison. So 12 points damage total. And that concludes the centipedes and passes it over to Glimble.
So it's my turn, right?
You got it, brother.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Well, that spell probably I took about 36 points of damage. I don't think I'm going to make a con save for that. So, I'm going to yell, our position here isn't tenable! And, let's see here. Just gonna aim them at 3. I've got 3 darts. I'm aiming them at 3 different centipedes.
All right. That's a dead centipede. You should be able to just up arrow, enter, and spam 2 more missiles. Hopefully it doesn't, well, I don't think the spell slots really work on the character sheets anyway. That's one thing we have to be manual about. And dead centipede and dead centipedes. Oh, boom, boom, boom. There go 3 of them. And that will, anything else for your turn? Or are you just gonna stand there? I mean, you're surrounded by the things now, but they are only the size of small dogs, but that's not too much smaller than yourself, I guess.
I mean, is there any way to back out?
You can try an acrobatics check, but on a failed check, of course, you'll be looking at some attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll try it.
All right. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's bad. Well, the good news is it's not even good enough to make it through any of their spaces to provoke attacks of opportunity, so you're just kind of stuck.
Okay.
That's the bad news. Sajra K, over to you.
That's my turn.
Well, that's just a bunch of garbage because their AC is pretty decent and you missed twice. Alright, well, Abdul. It's like Abdul's music playing right now, too. Resheath the shoddy and actually use a bonus action to grab the great axe. So I'm still holding on to the potion. Oh, only one attack there, and second attack. Oh, a horrible miss, but that is a did centipede, and Abdul shouts in rage again. And that will pass it to the next round of initiative, which will be our approximate midway point and time for our snack, smoke, step away, stretch your legs break. We'll catch you back here in 10 minutes or so. Are you with us?
In this life, we all know that the starting is the hardest part. Do you believe me, or even see me as I fall apart? You don't walk, you levitate. I tried my best to imitate, but it's hard to leave the ground when you're stuck staring down. I'm just a bustle in the crowd. Watching from the sides as you go through life with wonder in your eyes. Wonder how you do it. Try not to lose it, just holding on. You don't walk, you levitate. I tried my best to imitate, but it's hard to leave the ground when you're stuck staring down. Just the bustle in the crowd.
I guess nobody's got any like big area effect spells, huh?
Unfortunately, not really.
You're a terrible wizard.
Who's ready to kick some more ass?
Apparently the centipedes.
Yeah.
I am.
Hopefully Clanker is, because it's your turn, brother.
Okay, so my little special ability, Cleaner. How many of these things would I be able to wipe out with that?
Well, if you can... It's melee range?
Looks like it, yeah.
Well, if you get yourself fully surrounded, I'd say that's 8 of them. If you have something that kind of add something a little more creative than possibly even more.
Well, if I do another bonus action, I can make another echo, and then I can do like a number of times equal to my con modifier. I can do another attack through the echo. Like I attack and it attacks.
Okay.
So maybe I could get that ability to go off from both of us.
I think we can make that happen.
Alright, and I can place the echo anywhere within 15 feet. So I kind of like space it out to clear, I guess, 16 things out?
Gotcha. Now, are you trying to clear the additional out from one of your party members, or just trying to clear out another block of them somewhere else?
I'll do it however I can get the most of them. If I can't really get a lot if I'm near the other people, then I'll just get an area where I can get more. Because it doesn't look like, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference if I get the ones next to them, because they'll just be replaced.
Very true. Okay, well, just post the ability there in the chat so people can see our unique additions to this campaign. Of course, that's our Echo, Unleash Incarnation, make additional melee. Here we go. Instantly slay a number of minions in melee reach equal to character level. Too bad you don't have reach.
Yeah, I know. I'm using just a regular weapon, not a pole arm or anything. Yeah, the swarm doesn't give me any reach or anything. I can move things or whatever, but that's not going to help.
Yeah, still respectable though. 16 of them is pretty good, and you are all treated to the lovely squealing of over a dozen of these things perishing.
So I guess the visual would be I focus to make the swarm form another echo, and then I continue to concentrate as both me and the echo. The swarm just kind of fills the space around us, totally just like disintegrating the bugs around us before they recede back into us.
Well, that'll pass it over to Sharena's turn as Brinley. Sharena back with us? Maybe not. Let's pass it to Saphael and check back with Sharena in a moment.
Well, I mean, arrows are working out for me. Like, why look a gift horse in the mouth, you know?
Well, now they're completely surrounding you, so the rapiers...
well, that's true.
that'll work better.
Yeah, well. How many? What is it, like, you can hit 2 enemies within 5 feet, I think, is that what it is?
Yeah, if you've got the 2 attacks, you'll be able to strike twice.
I don't think I have 2 attacks. Pretty sure I just have the 1.
That makes sense. I think rogues usually get shorted a little bit on attacks, but nevertheless, a solid stab and another giant centipede squealing on the end of your pointy sword.
Like, I would hide, but there's nowhere to do that where these things aren't going to find us, apparently. So I guess that's it.
Right. You could try to, like, back away and limit the number that are coming at you, but you'll be looking at an acrobatics check to try to, like, hop, skip, and jump over these things. And then maybe they won't all get on you this round.
Also,
Yeah,
if you can fly or levitate, that might help.
I cannot do either of those things, but I do have hella acrobatics, so I might try and just dexterity my way out of this.
Backflip, 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 backflip. Alright, definitely avoiding attacks of opportunity, getting your full 30 feet of move. And you do land in a cluster of them, but the majority of them are still back towards where you just came from. And here they come again. We are gonna surround the Echo. And the Echo manages to evade all of them until the second to last attack, even with the flank advantage. So that thing absorbs a good number of attacks this round before it poofs again. The second cluster of centipedes will focus on the primary clank. That's not good.
Would everything we built just turn to broken leaves? I don't think about it.
Okay. Well, one of them tries to go for your ankle just as you're trying to step and evade your way around all these attacks, and it places itself perfectly under your foot as you come crushing back down, and it's dead.
Walking out that door.
The others continue their assault on Clanker, not doing much to get through his hardened armor, but two of them do find success. One of them, a 23 to hit for 6 piercing plus 8 poison con save. Alright, so 6 pierce and 4 poison, the case would be. And the other one that hits is a natural 20, so that's going to prompt a second con save. Excellent. So this one deals 6 piercing plus 22 poison, so looks like 11 after the successful save.
I do have resistance to poison, so I took half from both of those.
Well, that's handy. And on Glimble, we've got a full contingent.
We just fall into each other.
Oh boy! And all 8 of them successfully hit with their flank bonuses. So I'm gonna need 8 Constitution saves there, Sean.
We don't talk about it.
Oh, I wonder why the +2s all pop back in again. Or the +1 die 4.
There's another spot up by saves.
Dope! Alright, so yes, no, no, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so the 2 that you failed, number 2 and 3. Sean, do you have poison resistance?
I don't see it.
Okay. I'm just going to give you the total damage then for the first 2 attacks. You're looking at 16, 23, 28 points of damage combined between piercing and poison. And then I'm going to give you the total damage for the other 6 attacks that you made the save on. That's 9, 15, 19, 24, 31, 36, 42, 44, 48, 51, 57 is the total.
That's my points exactly.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! Wow, so they converge on your mage and he goes down in a heap even with 60 extra hit points. And the swarm keeps coming. This time on Brinley. Is Sharena back with us?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. We skipped your turn there a few moments ago because I couldn't get in touch with you. So let's take your turn now before I start wailing away on you.
Like I'll stay alive longer than 5 seconds.
Just keep in mind
Yeah,
they are.
can you see where they are?
Yeah, they are all up in your face now. Now that they're in bite attack range, yeah, you can safely assume you are all in the midst of the cluster now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna swing my dagger around in a circle then and see what I can attack in the little tiny minutes about amount of space I have.
Okay. That's a hit, and well, you did take one of them out. Not sure
Right.
how acrobatic your character is, but you might be able to kind of juke your way through this to get to a better place. Yep. Kind of backing yourself up there by Saphiel to where hopefully not as many of them will be able to surround you this turn once they start attacking. Instead of attacking Sharena now, I'm actually going to focus over to Ben since he's got the next most number on him. And Abdul is just kind of taking average party damage in the background, so I'm not taking too much time with the attacks. Ben, what's your AC? I'm finally rolling decent.
16.
16. Well, that's 2 hits. 3 hits. Oh, God, natural 20. All right, how many have I rolled? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Miss. Hit, 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 crit, hit. I think that's 5. You made all but 1. DC is 11. So the one you failed is the 4th one, which is hit, hit, hit. That one right there. Okay, so the one you take full damage from, less any resistances you might have. 3 piercing, 11 poison. And then I'm going to give you the damages individually after this, because... and this will include the half poison damage for the successful save, and then you apply, of course, any resistances you have. 3 piercing plus 4 poison. 4 piercing, 6 poison. 3 piercing, 7 poison. From the natural 20, 5 piercing, 13 poison. And the final hit, 3 piercing, 6 poison. And then shifting over to Sapphire with the centipedes as she backed off. Once again, this time 3 of them are in a position to attack. Thankfully they don't have flank, otherwise that natural 20 would have sucked. Does a 19 hit though?
It absolutely does.
Alright, Constitution save. Darn it. So 4 piercing, 7 poison, 11 total. And final 3 attacks on Sharena here. That's a miss. That's a hit, and that's a miss. Constitution save from Cher. Dang. 4 piercing, 6 poison, 10 total. And an important note, if you were reduced to 0 hit points by the poison damage, which so far has only happened with Glimble, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour even after regaining hit points and is paralyzed while poisoned in this way. So Glimble doesn't have to worry about death saving throws on your turn, but so too are you unable to really recover for the next hour of in-game time. So we'll pass it over to Sadrake for your next turn. That's a hit and a dead one and backing off, okay. Abdul is just going to wade further into these things and try to draw them off of the companions that are trying to back off.
At least as a barbarian, he has resistance to it, right?
Right, exactly. And now he will chug his intoxicating brew that he's been holding on to for the last 2 rounds. Con save is good. And he has the proper weapon equipped. So we're just going to charge right in, double great axe, hit, dead, dead. And on to the next round for Clanker.
I'm not going to bother with the echo at this point because it's just going to go away in a round when they get to go. So I'm just going to attack.
Shit, I think he might have missed. AC is 13, yep.
I don't have any advantage for any reason.
Not in here, they've got the advantage.
Am I not flanking with Abdul?
If you wade further in and try to get a flank, you can do that. Because he definitely moved forward.
Sure.
Well, that's another one bites the dust. And passing it back to Brindley.
Members are in my range to touch that have already been taken out by the centipedes.
I'm sorry, say what?
So, is Glimble or I guess I'm not sure if Ben's in my range or not. Just trying to figure out who's in my range that I can touch. Of our team members are down with paralyzing and with poison.
Sean is the only paralyzed one, and he did not back up at all, whereas you've backed up twice. So you're more towards the back of the field with Katie, and Ben is just a little bit up further from you, maybe 15, 20 feet ahead. And then probably another 40, 50 feet ahead of that is where Glimble is.
Okay, so definitely not in touching range then.
Oh no, and then far beyond that is where Abdul and Clanker have waded into the mass of them.
How many of these centipedes do you think we still have then?
It's hard to estimate. It sounds like there are dozens of them still.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself then and stay back. There's not much else I can think of.
Alright. They continue nipping and biting at you as you restore some of your wounds. Of course, they don't get the actual attack till their turn. Katie, that's over to you.
Well, I'll attack with my rapier for 2 more within 5 feet, which sounds like is a completely doable number.
Giggity. Oh!
I mean, I feel like a crit isn't like the most useful with these creatures because it seems like they have very, very low HP. So I feel like this is wasted, but it's fine, God.
Naturalmente. Nice.
Naturalmente, siempre, siempre, siempre es así.
Maybe that crit, because it's a rapier, you're able to stab 2 of them.
Right, like she's got a centipede kebab. Now it just needs some peppers and onions, and we got ourselves lunch.
I mean, yeah, I guess a centipede would technically provide protein. I don't know if I would prefer that as my protein source, but sure.
Right. Alright, let me just check back over this pad I got here. Notepad, yes. Alright, on the centipede's turn, they will use their action to disengage. And their move action to back off 40 feet from the party. And that will officially end the initiative sequence here, not prohibiting any of you from continuing the assault further, just that they are not actively participating and moving after this round at double speed to get away.
I'll stop and kind of look quizzically at the retreating centipedes. They're not carrying Glimble away with them, are they?
They are not.
Okay, so there's that at least. Very strange. We should somebody pick up Glimble. I'll stay here just in case they come back.
I can go up there and possibly pick him up. I've got a lesser restoration where I can take off one of the things affecting him right now, though.
Well, with everything quiet once again in the caves, the sounds of the centipedes, millions of tiny little rapidly fades away into the distance.
So I'm moving up by Glimble. I'm going to use my lesser restoration on him to take away his paralysis.
Sounds like a plan. And that will that will work effectively to remove that effect from him.
He still needs healing.
Oh yeah. He's stabilized, but he ain't got no HP.
Did she cure him of the poison?
With the lesser restoration, yes.
He no longer has the poison status, which means he's no longer paralyzed, but he still doesn't have any hit points.
A voice sounds from within the distance of the caves, speaking in Elven. It is a seemingly disembodied voice. It kind of echoes, and not just because it's echoing through the cavern, almost like it naturally has this effect. This is a place where people come to die. This is where you will meet your end. There is no avoiding that. By stepping into this place, you have sealed your destiny. Make peace with whatever powers you pay homage to. And plan your final hours wisely. You will see me soon.
Well, that's not creepy.
Hey, John, did Gimbal take any of the Abdu's drink?
No,
The Dwarven
again,
Stout?
No. No, but I've got some potions of greater healing.
It seems like a lot of the people that live in this area are very full of themselves.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna grab one of Gimbal's potions of greater healing and pour it down his throat.
Look, look, look.
Okay, Glimbo will get up, will sit up and say, feels like a mule kicked me in the head and every place else too.
Seems like these centipedes are gonna be a problem.
There were no mules, Glimble, just centipedes.
I'm aware of that. Be honest, I think I'd prefer the mule.
Yes, a single mule would be much preferable to fight than 100 of these things.
I don't really have any magic that can deal with a mass attack like that. Unfortunately, I really don't have much fighting spells, period.
Perhaps we should update your book then. Of course, we'd have to leave back to Versmail to do that.
Yes. Yes.
I've never been so happy to be called a motherfucker than I have been right now.
Did the book I gave you, does that not contain any combat spells?
I don't know. I haven't looked through those stuff. That's player domain.
Oh, that's what
I haven't.
I'm asking Glimble.
Spell book. I haven't looked at it yet.
I'm sure that bastard must have some combat spells in there.
I mean, you rested for a week. I would have thought you'd have looked into the book.
I forgot I had it.
I mean, if you're not gonna use it, I'm sure I could probably fetch a good price for it.
No, I'm gonna take a look at it once we get out of here.
If we get out of here.
So what's our play? We've got our gnome restored and healed up a little bit.
Let's get the hell out of this cave before they come back.
I want to go towards the voice.
All right. Well, it's somewhere in the distance of this giant cave complex. But Sapphire begins wandering that way.
Then we are ready. Let's go.
All right.
Potion.
Chugging a few potions. I dig it.
How what's the height of the cave?
What's your viewing distance?
60 feet.
It's higher than that.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. It's a big fucking cave then.
Oh yeah, this place is huge. And it's pretty easy to get lost in here too, especially as we wander further into the large cavern ahead of us. There are numerous smaller caves that are kind of self-contained here inside of this larger chamber that just kind of taking a peek into or thoroughly exploring does reveal evidence that sometime in the distant past, some kind of primitive culture might have used this cave as habitation, because there are markings on the walls pretty similar to hieroglyphics. But nevertheless, we are still free of the plague of centipedes. They seem to be letting us alone for the time being, almost as if they know, yeah, we can come back out and attack these guys again, but they're eventually just going to slaughter all of us because we don't have that kind of firepower.
Can I take a look at the hieroglyphs and see if I can decipher them, or at least figure out who they're from?
Roll a history check. You're able to jot down some quick notes about it, but you feel like you'll probably need to spend some time studying this. It doesn't readily reveal anything off the top of your head. Well, I'm going to count that as an 11-11. 11 and 2. Just take a look at some things. All right. It takes a good while. Like, you guys have to take a short rest and recharge your batteries after like 4 or 5 hours more of wandering these caves and trying to figure out just where you're supposed to go. The voice does not return in all this time, even if called out or taunted or prompted to speak. So it's very much just kind of aimless wandering at this point, but of course the benefits of that are if you need a short rest, you've got one. And bellies are a little bit more full at this point, so that's also a plus. And then a few more hours after that, we locate a chamber that has a luminescent glow from above. And the chamber is completely smooth, almost as if it was occupied or had a water stream going through it for many, many years before it became whatever it is now. It's almost perfectly rounded as well, as if, like, once you transfer from the area that precedes this into here, it's kind of hard to find steady footing. It's not slippery ground, it's just with one narrow path at the perfect bottom center, everything's on like a rounded slope. So you're kind of looking through here just like, what could this be? And the ceiling of the area levels back out, so it's not like a perfect circle in here. Only the walls and the floor, and then the ceiling becomes flat, or kind of flat, anyway, as flat as cave ceilings might get. And the ceiling is completely illuminated by what you cannot tell. It does not appear to be a magical enchantment. The stone itself doesn't appear to be anything that would have such luminescence to it. There's no gems or plant life or fungi or anything that would be providing this. It's just a glowing wall. And in the center of this glowing wall ceiling, there is a passage that leads up. And again, those of you with your 60 feet of dark vision, you can see, okay, well, the hole in the ceiling is about 30 feet up. And the passage, the little tunnel that burrows itself up into the ceiling, continues on a good ways beyond that. And you're not sure exactly what you found here, but you're pretty sure you found something important. It's the first thing that's anything different for almost all day being in here.
I'm not sure how we're going to access that. When everybody volunteer at once.
So where is it again?
I hope you have made wise use of this time with which you have been given.
Oh, not this guy again.
This is your final stop. All things come to an end, and today that end is for you. And those of you with dark vision who can see up into this shaft, just about 50 feet or so, there seems to be some kind of ghostly being that is like kind of holding on to the side of the wall of this shaft, which makes no sense unless the thing has got like spider climb, which is entirely possible. But there's nothing physically for it to hold on to, so it almost seems just fake looking at it, to the point where any of you with a dark vision, which I think is everybody except for Justin, roll a wisdom saving throw, because even with no experiences with illusions whatsoever, you're just kind of like, this looks weird. Alright, so yes, your theory was correct, maybe just not in the exact way your initial theory was going. What is illusory is a well-constructed wooden ladder that reaches from the shaft, goes up into it, and touches down to maybe about 8 feet above the bottom of the floor here. So it's something that a lot of people would probably need a boost up to get to this ladder. But for 4/5 of the party at this point, Abdul fails his save just by virtue of duh. For at least 4/5 of you who are here, you quickly identify the illusion.
I guess we go up.
I mean, I'm going to need some help to get up there, but it seems to be about the only option.
Do you see something up there?
I'm not really seeing a lot, but I'm seeing something kind of funny hanging off the side of the wall.
Yeah, it looks like a person, but I'm not exactly sure how he's hanging on up there.
Shoot it.
There is a clap
Don't shoot it, maybe.
from above, as though simply somebody clapped their hands. And the walls of this chamber that you are within, the ceiling, the walls, the floor itself, hum with an energy, the likes of which you have not felt before. The closest would be Clanker, and even then only in the pure essence of his construction. Like, the memories of feeling this kind of power are so long ago, it's like memories you remember from your infancy, like just little glimpses of memories here and there. But whatever the case is, a dark, necrotic type of energy, but not necrotic damage, fills the chamber and dishes out 32 points of damage to each of you. This is a damage type of which none of you have a natural resistance, although of course there are other abilities that may supersede that, but from what I've seen on the sheets at least, at face value, this is going to land at full impact on everybody. And not only does this energy fill the chamber, it does not go away. It's almost like it's got a physical substance to it, like somebody just released a hatch that connects to the ocean, and this entire chamber is just filled with water, except it's not water, it's magical energy that is just hurting you at every touch.
Right, I'm up the ladder.
Well, hopefully somebody gave you a boost. Or no, you're swimming now, so heading on up, athletics check.
Oh, hey, a ladder.
Yeah, 'cause up's the only way to get out of it, yeah.
Well, Glimble's in the lead, and he's holding up the damn lunch line as Brinley quickly takes the second spot. And Sapphire just kind of vaults over both of them and takes the top spot after that.
Can I pick up Klimble and climb with him?
It probably won't be too hard to catch up to him with that athletics check. The big thing will be getting past Brinley and Sadrake at this point. Just depends on what the results look like, I guess. Yeah, you basically climb up the other side of the ladder before it enters the hatch itself, and it forces everybody to a position where you have to climb one side to enter the shaft itself. But staying on the opposite side of the ladder, it is no problem passing Sadrake and Brinley to then get your hands on Glimble and continue forth from that point. Now, we have exited the Theater of the Mind section here, and we're officially going to jump to a map. Just want to make sure everything's still set correctly.
So as I do that, like, snatch up Glimble, I apologize, but you are short and small and slow.
I'm not gonna fight it. You can pick me up.
All right. Moving you all to the map now, which hopefully everything is loading correctly. Yes, it is a complete pitch black screen for all. That's what we want. Sapphire is first onto the map itself, climbing up the ladder out of the area below, and it looks like you've entered some old mine. Pay no attention to the lights that are in here. That's just a feature of the map itself. I could get rid of these two. But you've got dark vision, so it's not a huge issue. But for the time being, go ahead and take your 30 feet of movement, and I'll bring the next character in. Oh, kind of busted up too. You can hear all this rumbling of the energy down below you. As next comes Clanker carrying Glimble. You are now both in this section of this old abandoned mine. And likewise, feel free to take your movement into this area as you see Sapphire up ahead. Clanker finds a door.
Yeah, I'll just drop Glimble off somewhere up here.
Alright.
Everything's still black on my screen.
Up next is Sadrake entering the map. That makes perfect sense. Sharena?
You opened up the map for everybody else yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all coming in one at a time. You're coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, based on the
Figure out why
order.
it's so black.
Based on the order that people ascended the ladder, I'm bringing them in one at a time. And last but not least is Brinley entering the map here. Feel free to move out as you will, as it does appear this energy that came from the cavern below is following us up. We are going to be rolling initiative now. Everybody stay in your square. Well, okay, there is our initiative. First in the initiative order is Clanker, followed by Sadrake, followed by Glimble, followed by Brinley. Or wait, Sapphire, Clanker, Sadrake, Glimble, Brinley. Perfect. But first and foremost...
I was gonna say, shit!
Shit! Oops. Oh boy. Darkness is spreading. Then Sapphire has a turn.
I guess I'm gonna move towards the door. 'Cause, I mean, not much else to do. I could, in theory, investigate some of this stuff, but my investigation is so low that it would be a waste of time.
Just dive back down the ladder.
Yep, next on my to-do list for sure. Is the door, whatever, is it locked? Is it? Can we try to brute? Well, I couldn't brute force it if I even if I really wanted to. But what's this door's deal?
Well, it is a solid stone door with iron reinforced bandings. Still appears to be in pretty good shape. Bashing through it isn't going to be easy, but not outside the realm of possibility. If you want to know if it's locked, you can either try to open it by clicking the door, or spend your action to roll an investigation.
Yeah, investigation ain't real hot either, so I guess I'm just gonna shut the door. Hey, it is locked, my dudes.
Uh-oh. Well, you do still have more of your turn after this, because it didn't take your action to just try to open the door.
I'm gonna try to pick the lock with my thieves' tools. I'm gonna use those finally, and try to pick it.
Alright, yeah, click that tool proficiency.
Oh, it's asking for an input value. Oh my lord, what do I do?
Oh, I think dexterity. Otherwise, if it doesn't allow that, just click next or whatever the case may be. There you go. Oh man, there's a bit of panic here as we're trying to pick the lock here, and it remains closed for the time being. And we'll pass it over to Clanker.
And she's down there. I can't get it open. I go, move. I'm gonna bust it open.
Alright.
Is that athletics? Is that attack? What is that?
That, well, it could be either. If you want to try to break it apart with damage, roll an attack. If you want to just try to one-shot crush through it, athletics.
I'm gonna try the athletics.
And that is a solid strike on the door, and the door stays put. It does definitely shake, and some dust and what have you kind of fall out from between the otherwise stable planks of wood that make up the door. But damn, this is one tough door.
Would a hero point make a difference in that?
It might. Oh! Not with that, though. Eesh.
Of course. I've got a plus 10 to this fucking skill, and I can't even.
Well, what's up with Sadrake?
Yeah, let me go ahead and try and pick this damn lock.
Alright, well, we got a lot of people clustered into a small section here, so enjoy your disadvantage on that. No, me! No, I can do it! No!
If I climbed up, like on the door, above the door, and was not in anybody else's spaces, will I get my normal roll on that?
No, because the space you are describing does not exist.
Okay.
it doesn't matter if you roll disadvantage on that, because the lock opens with a satisfying click, and you should be able to open that door now and proceed with at least your movement. If you want to press through.
Just in case, I'm going to use my bonus to hide first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well that's not going to fucking matter. I can see you anyway. But I will make room so everybody can file in now.
Alright.
I will stop right there.
Well, shit happens again. Oh god! It's so close! Help! Galimble, that's over to you.
I'm going to take another potion as a bonus. And then I am doing a move and a dash through the door.
Ahoy, Elise. Thank you so much for the follow there. Are you with us? Are you ready for game time in a little bit?
Oh boy. Actually, what is this here?
That's
This red
Ben.
thing.
That's your buddy
But-
Ben.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get past him.
Guess we're going right.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Alright, so over to Brinley. Your turn. I couldn't hear anything. Were you using a headset?
Yeah, I'm using a headset. My key keeps sticking.
Oh,
So I just headed up the tunnel a little bit towards the other ones.
alright.
Can I use perception to see if I see anything around here or can sense anything?
Sure. Well, it's hard to make out sound over anything, over the hum and crackle and static of this dark energy that just continues to come from the chamber below, seemingly without end. But you definitely don't see anything down either passage.
Okay. End the turn.
Alright. We'll do one more round of this here before we close it out. Oh! Oh, it's just right on the edge of where Saphiel is standing. Bad news, as you saw. Hey, not too bad. Only 9 points of whatever the heck that damage is.
Would that be me as well?
Yeah, you're in the same square. My bad. And then, yeah, as that energy comes to touch Saphiel and clank her on the back. Saphiel, it is your turn.
Yeah, okay, like obviously your girl's moving, like I will die if this touches me again, probably.
like there might
And
be
I guess
another...
we're all going to the right?
Yeah,
Or-
might have found 2 new passages this way too, but yeah, I don't know if y'all want to split up. Who knows which is the right way to go? Maybe right's the right.
But we haven't heard that voice again, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I've got nothing to go on with that. I'm gonna find that goddamn voice. But I guess for now, with nothing else to go on, I'll just kind of keep up with Sajike and Limbo and use also my dash to get an extra 30 feet, see what's up.
Alright. Move this out of the way so I can get a better look. What's down here on the live stream? Yep, looks like a passage opening up to the north. A couple of large stone formations here, kind of blocking complete access to the chamber, but otherwise it looks like it keeps going.
And then I do a perception check to see if any of these directions seem very terribly like a bad idea.
You mean aside from the way you came from? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. One way seems as good as another as best you're able to tell. The big thing is you just don't know where the way out is, if there is a way out. So, I guess as much as you've been wandering aimlessly through these caverns all day, this just kind of fits the theme, I guess.
Well, as long as everything seems structurally sound. Like, if one was, like, crumbling, I would maybe not choose that one. But, yeah, I think that's my turn then. Yeah.
Alright. Oops, early click. Clank, it's your turn.
Alright, as I'm coming through the door, I am going to push Brindley towards the others, because she is right in front of the door at the moment. So I'm pushing her farther in as I step in and close the door behind me. And I'm going to sit there and hold the door and see if I can tell if this shit's going to be able to get through the door or not.
Okay. Perception check. You have no doubt that this stuff will seep through under the door, through the cracks. It might impede its progress. It might impede it, like, not even at all.
Glimble's gonna say, go, don't go down this way, go the other way. I don't see an exit here. Looks like a dead end.
As I'm looking at that, kind of starting to curl under the door a little bit. Okay. Choose a direction and run. It will not stop at the door.
And Ben, over to you. Satrake. Well, there goes Ben off to the east and up to the north through the passage. Looks like it's still continuing.
I guess I will do a double move to go a little further up.
Okay.
And now you're back. Looks clear so far up here.
All right then. Oh yeah, and this stuff just comes bursting out of the door. In fact, just destroying the door completely. And this is...
Well, that's weird, because it wasn't destroying anything else, was it?
It completely just tore through anything else that was there. You didn't even... I mean, you can't even see where the stuff is anymore.
Oh, so we could hear it, like, destroying the ladder and stuff.
Well, you would have heard it destroying the ladder, yes.
Okay, see, that's why I didn't think it was hitting anything else.
For sure, my bad for not adding that description. That's 19 extra damage there on J-Man and Sharena as this thing continues to pour out. And final 2 turns for the evening. Sean.
Gonna take another potion.
Bonus action, okay.
And then I'm gonna run through that, and hopefully it doesn't kill me, because I'm trapped right now.
No, you're not. East and north. You've already seen party members go that way.
Oh, okay, then I'll go, I'm going away from this then. Dash and, I'm going away from this thing then. Dash and, move and dash.
Sure. And, Cher, just go ahead and follow that up as he's moving, because, yeah, we are literally down to seconds here. I have a stream backing this up almost immediately, so we're going to need to sense of urgency this for the final 30-45 seconds as we prepare to close out. So I look forward to seeing Brinley's token moving now. And there she goes to the west. All right. Proceed. Looks like you got north, south, and further west to choose from in that respect as Glimble catches up with Sadrake. I'm sure you've got more movement beyond that. Yep. Dead end.
Looks like I'm in a dead end, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It might curve around this corner, but you probably won't know it until you get further that way.
Yeah, well, I'm not moving too much further without my team.
All right. Well, I'm sending you all back to the regional map, where we are currently somewhere over here in the Sayalawood Forest. Send our stream to the ending soon. And great stuff tonight. Y'all hacked your way through those giant centipedes. Just about half of them exactly, which was the point for the disembodied voice to call them back for whatever nefarious purpose they have planned for it. This disembodied voice may have a deeper connection than we are currently aware of, but we will possibly explore more of that next Friday evening for session 10 of Enemier, the First Step Reimagined. Hope you all had fun tonight. It's been a great week of open tables, Enemier, and we're going to be off stream here for about 20-30 minutes here while I get the final details prepared for our first international role-playing unlimited experience. We've got a player. I am the only player inside the U.S. for this next stream. So.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I am not. If you are up to watching, lurking, starts at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, just about a half hour from now. So I'm going to brew a fresh pot of coffee and get the stuff ready for the next stream. Have a great weekend, all. Hope to catch you in a little bit. Are you with us?
Hey.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. See y'all next week.
Bye.
I was found here.